Hello, sir. My name is Akanya Mutalani Shuaib, and I will try to explain my task now. Okay, I will explain this script one by one. All right. Here I will define the variables firstly. Um, Firstly, I'll define the max speed of the car. Then we access the rigid body component of the car. Then after accessing that, then it's a variable. It is a variable used to store user speed input. Then it's gonna be multiplied with speed input to increase the speed. Afterwards, it will be multiplied with the speed input to increase the speed. Um, then for, for then the start is called before the first frame update. Okay, then the um the um the it makes the, okay, for the RB transport parent, which is now it makes the spare out of the parent, and for the drag ground, the RB drag, it sets the default drag value, and for the UI, for the AI, if is AI, it is to display it for the AI cars only, and the target point is equals to the race manager instance all checkpoint correct target transform position, and that provides car target number and gets the target position. Okay. For the lap time is time dot delta time. Then if exclamation is AI, it is to display the current lap test only for the main player. Okay, I mean, if it is not AI, it is used to display the current lap test only for the main player car. And the engine sound speech, it is used to increase the pitch of engine sound when speed of car is increased. Then the grounded is false, of course. Then the race it is used for describing the condition of the car hitting the ground. It stores the value whether the car is ground or in air. All right. For the vector normal target, it is just the basic orientation of the tail car. And if the physics raycast, um, the ground point position transform up, it is used to check, basically it's just used to check when the car hits the ground. And grounded is true, of course, and it returns when the car hits the ground. And if it's not AI, it is used to separate those things from the AI cars. The speed input is off, and if input get axis is vertical when it's greater than 0, when user gives input to move the car forward. Speed input is equals to the input to get axis vertical forward axis, and well, the speed input variable stores the forward speed given by the user. Okay. The input to get axis horizontal is just like accessing horizontal input from the user. Else, target point transform position, it gives y position of the car to our target point. If the vector distance transform position less than AI reach point range, here what we just do basically is we compare the distance between the car and the target point. Okay. If the current target is equals to the race manager dot instance all checkpoints length, current target is equals to 0, and that means we finish the lap. Okay. The For the public void checkpoint in checkpoint norm, it's just like print checkpoint norm. And if the checkpoint norm equals to next checkpoint, the next checkpoint plus plus, and if next checkpoint is equals to race manager instance does all checkpoints length, okay, the next checkpoint is 0 and the lap's completed. If it is AI, if checkpoint norm equals to current target is equals to 0, and target point equals to race manager dot instance all checkpoints current target dot transform position, then you randomize all targets. um Next, public void randomize all targets. Target point plus equals to new vector random dot range AI point variance a point variance of random range in point variance, and that is just to add some diversity to target position and target number. The void resets to track in position go to next point minus one, if point to go to less than zero, point to go to equals to race manager dot instance of checkpoint length one. Transform position equals to race manager instance of checkpoint transformation position. RB transform position equals to transform position, and the RB velocity equals vector 3 0, speed input equals 0, and turn input equals 0. And the next script for the next script, the mono behavior, the checkpoint is the mono behavior, the public point is the checkpoint now, and start is called okay, we are defining the public variable checkpoint now. The next script, okay, the next script, the checkpoint control mono behavior, public sorry, the script I'm explaining now, we are defining the public car control. Well, the start is called before the first time frame update. Okay, well, when we are defining the on trigger enter collider order, if order the tag equals to checkpoint, then the print it checkpoint plus order get component checkpoint is greater than checkpoint now. Okay, next script, which is okay, if we are defining the variable disable over time, oh sorry, disable over time mono behavior, then we are defining the time disable, which is equals to 0.5 f. Start is called before the first frame update, then update is called once per frame, then time disable equals time delta time, if time to disable is less than equals to 0, then game object the set active is false. Okay, next script, main menu mono behavior, we are defining the public stream level to load, public void start screen manager load screen level to load, public void back to menu screen manager load scene main menu time skill equals to 1, then public void quit game application quit print game quit. Okay, next script, okay, just play sound on collision mono behavior, then we are defining the audio source sound it, which is accessing audio source by using variable sound it. Okay, the private void on collision enter collision function is it functions to be called when collision occurs, right? Okay, if collision game object layer is not 6, check if the collision is with object or not. Okay, the sound is stop, sub the sound is pitch, random range, restrict the pitch of the sound from one frequency to two frequency. Okay, the sound it dot play, it plays the sound. Okay, next script, which is the race manager. Okay, the race manager mono behavior, we are defining the public state race manager instance. Okay, the private void awake instant equals to this. Okay, void start int I equals to 0, all checkpoint length plus all checkpoint num equals to I, is starting equals to true start counter time between start count UI control the instance countdown test countdown current to string. Okay, that being said, the void updates if is starting start counter equals to time to delta time. If start counter is less than 0, then count difference. Start counter equals to time between start count, UI control to instance countdown test, countdown current to string. If countdown current equals to 0, starting equals to false, UI control the instance countdown, text.game object set active false, then UI control the instance go to test game object set active is true. Okay, public void finish race completed equals true switch play position. Case 1, the UI controller instance.race test equals to you finished first break. Then case 2, the UI controller instance race result test you finished second. Then for case 3, UI controller instance race result test you finished third. Then default UI controller instance result race result test you finished player position break. Okay. The UI control the instance dot result screen is set active through the next script, which is the last. UI control equals to mono behavior. If you have to define public state variable, UI control equals to instance public TMP test, current lap test, best lap time test, lap counter test, position test, countdown test, cool test, race result test, public game object, result screen, pause screen, public bowl is paused. Okay, the void update if input dot key down key code dot escape pause on pause head, then public void pause on pause is paused equals to is not paused is paused. Pause screen set active is paused. If is paused, then time the time scale equals 0, else time the time scale equals 1. So now we'll run those program and we'll see how the script works. Okay, it's loading. I have to wait. We can resume then. We skip. We can skip that. Okay. Okay. We can skip the race. We can exit and we can resume again the race. Okay. We can skip the race. We can exit the race and we can also resume the race again. Skip the race. We can resume the race. We can exit the race and we can also play the race again back. Then afterwards, and that's all. I've tried to explain my script, and that's all.